What is up, members of the Storm, and this is my spoiler review of the Thunderbolts movie. Like I said on my Instagram, this is a 10 out of 10 movie and I highly recommend you guys go see it. Starting from the plot of this movie, I love the execution of the plot. Basically, a group of people who are, basically a group of characters who were kind of like scattered to the wind after the introduction, and I like how this movie kind of finds a way to put them all together organically and have them become a actually well-made team. Another aspect I really like is how they integrated mental health into the movie and didn't have it as one gender-specific problem, because usually, even in mainstream media, we don't usually see like men's mental health like talked about or whatever, you know what I mean? It wasn't just the ladies who had problems, the guys did too. Now, before I go delving into what I like about each character, they killed off the fake Taskmaster, and they did so in the most disrespectful way possible. Ever like this Taskmaster, I'm glad they fridged it. Back to the characters that actually matter. One thing I'm really glad that they did with Red Guardian is give him depth instead of making him the dumb meathead. It really showed how basically he is just as messed up as her, and how the reason why he wasn't there for her is because of the way their past and how they didn't resolve it. I never was a hater of John Walker. I knew this is what they're gonna do with his character. The only people who didn't like John Walker are the people who don't read the comic books. John Walker was always supposed to be a more darker, twisted version of Captain America, and I knew that it was just doing so because of one, pressure, and two, just not the right mentality, which can easily be fixed. And this movie showed that. I'm glad to see Ghost, and I've actually become more invested in her character as time goes on, especially with this movie, because to me, they made her a lot more interesting. I like her little witty aspects. Now, the moment y'all have been waiting for, Sentry. They did this man justice to the T. They literally included the quote of having a power of 1,000,000 exploding suns. And as for the Void, perfect. Again, while the design wasn't comic accurate, the principle of the design was comic accurate. Because when you're dealing with the Void, you're supposed to feel like you're fighting the Void, the abyss of madness itself. They could have easily just used, oh, let's do the Dark Sentry design. But no, this is perfect. I love it. And don't worry, the Void isn't a one and done thing. They have confirmed, oh no, listen, as long as the Sentry exists, the Void exists too. Now, one character I really want to talk about is Valentina. And I've got to say, Valentina is an amazing villain. Because the villains, some of the villains I feel that work best are the ones that you legitimately are like, just give me 1 minute to wrap my hands around your throat. She is crafty, she is smart, and at the end of the day, she made them the new Avengers and spun the whole catastrophe in her favor. I gotta love a crafty villain like that. But what I love at the end is the fact that Yelena's like, oh, we own you now since you're using us as a scapegoat. And another thing I love about the whole new Avengers situation is how it has immediate world building effects. Well, I think you know what I mean. Immediately after they're announced as the new Avengers, Bucky comes into immediate conflict with Sam Wilson. And I really do like this because I feel like when it comes down to a lot of MCU movies, the world building aspects usually don't take immediate effect when it comes to the movies. They usually have some TV miniseries to just barely scrape upon the surface. You know what I mean? Overall, that is my spoiler review for this movie, and I please beg you guys to go see this movie. Help this movie succeed to show Marvel what the frick we want.